Hi, I'm going to describe David Lindahl's A Wealthy Investor's Secrets: How to Estimate and Renovate Houses for Huge Profits home study course. Some of you may know David Lindahl from his Apartment Houses Riches Bootcamp and Home Study course. And indeed, Dave is the apartment king, as he likes to call it, because he has acquired over 4,000 apartment units with very little money out of his own pocket and in a very, very short amount of time. But perhaps a few of you may know or not know that David got his start buying and fixing up smaller single family houses. As a matter of fact, I believe he's done over 800 houses where he bought houses, fixed them up, and then sold them at retail for a huge profit. So he uses that experience in this course, and he shares with his students exactly how he does it in a step-by-step method. In this course, there are 8 audio CDs as well as a bonus form CDs, and I'm going to describe the 8 CDs in some detail. The first CD is actually the introduction. He talks about goal setting. He talks about how to buy right so that you can sell for a profit. The second CD covers closing costs, multifamily housing, Section 8 housing, tenants, 1031 exchanges, and he starts to talk about checklists, because one of the things that you'll notice about Dave is that he believes in creating and using checklists so that you can actually follow a system and repeat your success over and over again. The third CD is about the sheetrock, carpentry, working on the gutters, winterizing your houses. The fourth CD talks about cost of repairs, how to do marketing, how to do heating and air. The fifth CD talks about exterior paint, all of the structural work, all of the hidden monsters, as he calls them, the repairs that make money, repairs that don't, the final touches, and then he introduces how to work with contractors. The sixth CD talks about the bidding process, the independent contractors agreement, payment schedule, contractor clauses, renovation management. The seventh CD talks about how to do planning, the $1 million plan, he calls it, and then a method, or actually a philosophy called the elephant and the mouse. The eighth CD is actually a bonus where he interviews Alan Cowgill. Alan Cowgill is actually an investor from Springfield, Ohio, who made a quantum leap in his business when he developed a method of finding private citizens to open up their wallets and start funding his deals. So in other words, he teaches you how to use other people's money. Alright, let's go on. The course also comes with Dave Lindahl's Rehab Analyzer. This great piece of software, I'll show it to you right here. This great piece of software allows you to basically plug in the numbers, and then it'll calculate for you the costs for the repairs. Why is this important? It's important because you want to minimize your costs and actually have an idea and a budget about your project, so that you can come out of it very profitable. Okay, so here's all of the tabs in there. As you can see, it's quite comprehensive. In addition to the CDs, the home study course comes with the manual, which you can use to follow along. As a bonus, it comes with a special report on how to write simple letters that will have an endless supply of motivated sellers calling you to buy their properties. Very important, because the number one thing that I learned from David Lindahl is that you have to always market so that people will call you. And then the other bonus is how to do a 1031 exchange so that you can defer your taxes and keep buying houses without having to pay taxes for now. And then finally, the 23 most costly mistakes real estate investors make and how to avoid them. That's another bonus. Okay, so that's the course in a nutshell. Thank you for your time.